This year, Bigs and Littles NYC commemorates 120 years of service in New York City. In 1902, a tenacious group of trailblazing women responded to the needs of young girls in the court system when no one else did. In that moment, the nationwide Big Sisters movement was born. Over the years, the organization grew to serve both girls and boys, just like me. Today, we honor all the extraordinary big brothers and big sisters, everyday heroes from all walks of life, who light the sparks within us.
I saw something on TV and then I believe I Googled it. This was pre-Google. This was AOL again, a really long time ago. And I lived in the East Village. It was nearby, and that's how it started. My name is Camilla Pastor. I live in Brooklyn, New York. And I'm currently a clinical social worker. I work in the Lower East Side, Manhattan. Originally, I'm from Peru, but I was born in New York City, and I'm first generation Latino. I just finished graduate school. I was 28, and I felt like I had time on my hands. I was so grateful. I had a great job, and I just wanted to give back, and I found this, and it was perfect.
I'm not exactly sure how we learned about it. I just know that one day my grandmother came up to me and said, "This is what we're setting you up for. You're going to be matched with this person." I didn't necessarily understand it too much. I didn't understand the process of the program. And so I remember meeting with Camila and just being so hesitant. My name is Melody Morales. I grew up in Lower East Side of Manhattan in one of the NYCHA buildings in the projects. And now I live in Virginia practicing outpatient therapy, social work.
I don't think I expected to gain anything. I expected to give, and I was going to be such a good person. And it ended up being, backwards, I think. I gained so much. And, here I am, still connected with Melody. And I learned, just, so much and about receiving and not, when you give, yes, you give. And I gave time because I felt like that's what I had the most to give. I didn't have a lot of money back then, but I had time.
I was very closed in when I was 10 years old, when I first met her. But it didn't take very long. She eventually became this diary, this living human diary who just listened. So eventually this little shell that I had around me just opened up. And I looked forward to all of our dates, the movies, the museums, everything.
Well, definitely, I feel that Melody, like the program worked. She is like a little sister. We actually ended up studying the same thing, me as a change in career. We're both social workers now, so we have a lot in common. And, I've known her forever. She's, my children know her and relate to her and think of her as family. She's come on family vacations with me, with my extended family, with my siblings and my parents. So everyone knows her. So it's like having a very close friend. And I do consider her, beyond a close friend, like a little sister, like family.
My match with Camila has taught me the importance of that one positive influence in the life of a child. That has been the biggest takeaway that I have taken and now use in my work with my clients. It's so important. When I've done my therapy throughout the years, and one of the biggest questions in the beginning was, why was I, out of all the cousins, why was I the first one to wind up semi-decently, right? We have a huge history of running away, drug addiction, DB, early pregnancy in teenage years, all of that stuff. Why was I not one of them? And I remember my first therapist, which, by the way, Camila helped me, engage with her, right? And she was a huge advocate for me doing therapy and kind of figuring this out and kind of releasing all of this stuff once I left home for college. And I remember that being the thing. This one positive influence, this one person in your life was the one thing that probably changed the whole trajectory of my life. So I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned about me, but also the match.
For over a century, the organization has evolved over and over again, but the core of the mission has remained the same. Knowing that a caring, consistent adult can help set a new path for a child's life, for the better, forever. The ripple effects are endless. None of this would be possible without you, our steadfast supporters, who have shared the vision and made a difference. Thank you for helping us continue our legacy.